Hi guys, welcome back to the Resinator. I've got a new bowl mould and there you go, there it is. It's ribbed along the edges, around the sides. So I thought I'd do one of my usual pours in it and see how this pattern in the mould affects what the resin does and what the colours do. So that is the mould. I've already mixed my resin and the colours that I'm going to go with today are Widows Ochre epoxy pigment. Look at that. That is so nice. That's one of the new ones from Create and Bloom. And Sweet Cherry. And Downpour, which is a moody grey. So if you look at all these together, I think it gives a bit of an 80s vibe. I don't know. Maybe the 80s are going to give me a call after and ask for their bowl back. So let's move these out of the way for a second. I have already mixed my resin and it's been through the debubbling machine. It didn't really need it that much, to be fair. This is the mould resin. Now that one's the least amount, so I'm going to put in the Widows Ochre into that one, I think. This is quite full and I've got a feeling I'm going to end up putting this everywhere. Let's just start off with one. Look at that. If I rub that on my glove, look at that. How stunning is that? And I'm going to transfer that everywhere, aren't I? So let's mix that in. I actually need a bigger stick. I don't know why I mix with these smaller sticks. You get a better mix going on with a bigger stick. I think I might put just a touch more in there actually. That is gorgeous. Okay, so that is Widows Ochre. And then let's go with our Sweet Cherry for this one. Now I was going to use honeycomb instead of the Widow's Ochre and then add a little bit of secret gold to that to give it a little bit of a sheen, because the Downpour and the Sweet Cherry are just normal opaque colours. There's no shimmer in them at all. And then I remembered that I'd bought the new Widow's Ochre powder and I just thought, well, might as well just test that. So that is our Sweet Cherry. And then lastly, we have our Downpour. I've kept some clear resin back for a push. There we go. Let's get the lid on that properly. Give my gloves a little bit of a wipe. And let's take out the sticks. Okay, so let's bring the mould in. I am going to stand up because I like to be able to see in the top there. So let's start with the downpour. And then I'm just going to alternate through them all. They go beautifully together. And then just a little bit of the Widows Ochre. Let's have a little bit of a push. And then back to the downpour. And I'm just going to keep going like that until the mould is full. I hope I made enough because I didn't measure this mould. I've guesstimated it, and that's not always the best way to go. In fact, looking at this, I don't think I've got anywhere near enough. That is so close to the top, it's unbelievable. I might actually make maybe 10 or 20 mils of clear and pop that on the top there just to make sure that it is full. But before I do that, I'm going to give this a little bit of a squidge around because I'm pretty sure that there's going to be bubbles getting trapped in this ribbed pattern. So going to do that for a little while and get a little bit of clear in there, and then get the curing machine on, and I'll see you back for the demold. This is ready to go now, so I'm going to demold it now. I know I said I was going to add a little bit of clear to it, but I didn't in the end. The worst that will happen is it'll have a bit of a lip for me to take off. So yeah, let's get it out and have a look. It's a little bit bendy. Actually, it's a lot bendy. Oh, this one's not easy to get out. Good God. Okay, that was a bit of a workout. Okay. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. So the inside hasn't really shown up. Sorry, I'm just trying to turn this mould the right way, but it's quite a stiff mould being new, so it's not very flexible. I feel like I've just been to the gym. Right, okay. So we have got a little bit of the Widows Ochre showing through, but lots of it on the outside. The rest of it appears very grey. That is quite thin. I probably should have put that other bit of resin on there, but once it's completely cured it'll be fine. Yeah, Not my best bowl, but I like it. I'm not so keen on this kind of pattern, this kind of ribbed effect. I think it would be better served by using Aquacast or Resincrete, but it's different, and I really like those three colours together. I'm thinking maybe black would have been a better colour to go with than the grey, but I still like it. So there we go. I mean, now the colours are together, I don't think it's that 80s. Anyway, there we go. There's my bowl. So if you like what I'm doing, please pop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a couple of little clicks, it's free, and it really helps me grow the channel. Links to everything that I've used in this project will be down in the description, along with my Amazon wish list and to buy me a coffee, and the buttons to join the channel as a member, and the super thanks button. Thank you to everyone that has done those for me. Every penny from those goes straight back into the channel. Thank you to all my members and subscribers. I really appreciate every single one of you. You guys are awesome. And all that's left to say is thank you, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.